Into another episode of Sip and Cook with me. It's your boy Chef Dunn of Divine Visions Catering. Today we have a lovely guest in house. Let the people know who you are.
Hey guys out there, I am Dion and I am the owner of Elegant Affairs Conference and Event Center in Marietta, Georgia.
Very good. Yeah, she is. Her place is amazing. I'm one of her vendors. Do a lot of the catering there, but I mean, beautiful, beautiful place. She's going to be talking a little bit more about what she does and how she does it. But in the meantime, we're going to start to show off how we always do. So everybody at home, grab something to nibble on, grab something to sip, and come sip and cook with me. All right. So today, if you've been watching the show these last few months, I've been sticking with a more summertime theme. So when I think of summertime, I think of watermelon. Watermelon is just something about watermelon just takes you back to being a kid and running outside and playing, and then get that slice of watermelon and bite into it, and it's just so refreshing. And to me, it just screams summertime. So what we're going to be doing first is we're going to be making a watermelon white wine spritzer.
Yummy, yummy.
So I'm going to start off with, now you can pre-make this juice and just keep it in the refrigerator. It's going to be super cold, and you can just add a little bit to your wine as you choose to, just to help flavor it. So I'm going to show you how to make it. We're just going to start off with a few chunks of fresh watermelon. You want to try to get the seedless watermelon. That way, you don't got to worry about trying to pull out all the seeds. It's still going to have a few in it, but that's nothing to worry about. So go ahead and add some of our watermelon. Next, we're going to add a little simple syrup. Just add a little bit more sweetness to this particular drink.
Can't wait to try that.
No, I just want to say welcome to a couple people who have joined. Welcome.
Because I love wine. So.
Yes, ma'am.
Welcome to Yolanda, Brenda, some of Dion's friends, Studio 615 Jax.
Hello, everybody.
Everybody,
Welcome.
Everybody, hi.
So next, we're going to be adding the limoncello. This is a liqueur made from lemon, so it's going to add a little bit of tartness. So let's try to do it right for once. We're going to add, this is about an ounce of limoncello. To that, we are going to add 2 ounces of vodka. Now, if you're not a big drinker, you can omit the vodka, but why would you want to do that?
It's so funny watching you use a jigger because you never.
Right. Usually I just use the force.
Hey, Marlon Wade, thank you for joining.
So we're just gonna add that at our top on. Bada boom, bada bing. Beautiful. We should be good. You just want a nice, overall nice mix. Let's see. So now let's get this out of our way.
Welcome, Brittany. Welcome, Yeshua Harris, Kiki 13EE, Angelina. Thank y'all for joining.
Hey guys, thank you for joining. All right, we're ready to drink some wine.
Yes.
So next, bring our wine glasses over. We're going to start with our watermelon mixture, and we're just going to add that right into the glass. Miss Miller?
Yes.
Can you grab me a seltzer from around the corner?
Absolutely.
Oh, I was really about to turn the party up.
Oh, Lord, I didn't realize what you was doing. Listen, I got to get home.
So we're just going to add our wine.
Kiki said, hey guys.
And top it off with a little seltzer. You can use whatever seltzer you particularly like. That's just going to add a little fizz to it. Give it a little stir around just to mix all of that in. Next, the garnish. Just gonna take that.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Nice. Just added something different to it.
Wow. And this is our watermelon white wine spritzer. There we go. Cheers.
Cheers.
That's so refreshing. Nice, cold. Really taste that watermelon, the lemon. Just a really good summertime kind of cocktail. You can sit outside on the porch, sip a few of those, and all is right with the world.
Yeah, that's good. I love watermelon, so this is right up my alley.
All right, so tell the people a little bit about what it is you do, how you got started, and where they can find you.
Absolutely. So since 2017, I've been an event and wedding designer for several years and turned it into a business in 2017. So I had the opportunity last year to open my very own venue in Marietta. And I tell you what, we're nothing but God to make that happen. So we are actually coming up on 1 year anniversary. So August 15th, Elegant Affairs Conference and Event Center would have been open for 1 year. And in the midst of COVID, we opened up.
Amazing.
So in the pandemic. So I thank God for that. So you guys can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook at Elegant Affairs CEC, Conference Event Center. And like I said, we're located in Marietta, 1890 West Oak Parkway. We have a beautiful venue.
It is gorgeous.
Thank you so much. And Chef Dunn is one of my partners. I absolutely love working with him. I've been working with him since we opened our doors. So I really appreciate him and inviting me today. But we actually do not just weddings, but we do all types of events, baby showers, parties, anniversary dinners, anything you can think of, corporate events, guys. And we also have a rental company. So we also rent out chairs, tables, all the specialty tables that you guys see on social media. We actually go off site and we do event planning, designing off-site. So even if you have a space that you've already booked and you need someone to come out and design that space, check us out on IG and Facebook.
And when I tell you, and this is not an exaggeration, I've worked at a lot of different catering halls, some in 5-star hotels. Her place is amazing as far as the amount of detail she's put into everything from the paint on the walls to the floors to the floor decor. I mean, just amazing. Like you will never be disappointed at her organizing your event.
Yes, Kiki said it's beautiful. Devon78 said it's stunning. Dion 130 said I heard it's gorgeous.
Thank you.
All right, so now that we got our cocktail on, we can get into our meal. So once again, summertime, when I think of summer, salmon is always at the forefront of my mind of one of the dishes that I think just pairs well for spring and summer. So I decided to go a little old school with this particular dish. This dish has been around since the medieval times. It is a traditionally French dish. It is called salmon and croute, which literally translate to salmon and crust. So basically what it is it is a salmon that we are going to encrust in dough and bake. We are going to do ours kind of a Tuscan style with basically a spinach sun-dried tomato topping that we're going to put on it before we bake it. So one of the most flavorful dishes, old school, but I mean, this is something simple that you can serve at dinner parties. You can make for family night, doesn't take long. You can pre-make them, put them in the refrigerator, cook them later, freeze them, however you want to do it. It's just a really good dish that looks fancy, looks like it takes a lot of time, but really doesn't. All right, so first, show you our ingredients. We have some seasoned salmon. Our salmon is just seasoned with a little bit of Old Bay, blackening spice, and lemon pepper seasoning. So Season it however you like to eat your salmon. This is what my normal go-to with salmon. Adds a little bit of flavor without overpowering the salmon. Next, we have some baby leaf spinach. I like to use fresh spinach, not frozen, to make the spinach dip that goes on top, just because it adds a little bit more bite to it than using frozen. We have some peppers, onions, and celery, sun-dried tomatoes, a little bit of lemon juice, garlic, of course, Parmesan cheese, and here is a little bit of pre-made or store-bought spinach dip. I like using this rather than using cream cheese, just because this already has a lot of the flavors that you're looking for in it. But if you don't want to use this, just add a little bit of cream cheese. It'll still give you the consistency you're looking for. And lastly, a little egg wash, which is simply egg whites and water that's whisked together. That's what's going to give us our nice brown color on our finished product. So, move some of this stuff out of the
Welcome,
way.
Melinda. Darnetta said hi. She loves salmon. Thank you for watching, Felicia Kim.
All right. So, get our cutting board. And to this, we're going to add a little bit of flour. Not a ton, you just want it to where the dough does not stick. Next, we are going to get what is called puff pastry. The reason why it's called puff pastry, it puffs up when you cook it in the oven. It is usually made with a lot of butter. It is very similar to croissants. So you can buy this at any decent store. Put that down there like so. It is extremely sticky, so you want to make sure that you keep it frozen as long as you possibly can. And only thaw it out when you're ready to use it. When you buy it, you're gonna, more than likely it's gonna be in the frozen section.
How long does it take to unlock?
If you're leaving it out, it takes about an hour. If you're in the refrigerator, about 2 hours. All right.
Thank you for joining Divine Visions Catering Instagram, folks. Leela44, Marlon,
So
you
then
just
we're
watching
just
everywhere.
gonna roll this out, and you want it to be thin. Not so thin that you can see through it, but thin enough to where, once again, this is gonna puff up. So you don't want big pieces puffing up. Now you can actually buy sheets that are already somewhat pre-rolled out. Makes it a little simpler, but just wanted to kind of show you the rolling process. Bam. So,
Make it look easy.
yeah, it's just quick, simple, nice and thin. So I'm gonna move this out the way for a second. And we are going to get started on our topping. Get some of this flour up. Move our handy dandy in the view. So you just want the heat to about medium high. So what I'm going to add, just a little bit of butter, not much, just enough to where all of the ingredients will saute up. About a tablespoon.
Darnetta says she loves the song playing in the background. Yeah, you know we have to be careful. Pick something very vague. Facebook be on it.
So what made you decide that you wanted to start a venue?
A venue? Well, it's something I've always wanted to do, is have a venue. I actually gave myself like 5 years to do it, but I was able to do it in 3.
Very cool.
So I've always wanted to have a venue, and it's just a blessing. I'm able to really be creative in my own space, right? So that's really what I love about it, is I'm able to really be creative just in my own space, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I love when clients just say, hey, do your thing, right? And of course, I take all of their inspiration photos and things like that, and I always want to bring their vision to life. But I love those clients that say, do your thing.
Yeah, cool.
Do
So
your
what
thing.
was one of your biggest hurdles to getting your business up and running?
The venue itself?
The venue itself.
Get through the red tape with the city. I think that was my biggest hurdle. I mean, you apply because you want to have it's considered an assembly, is what the space is called. So I'm in Cobb County, so, there's a lot of red tape you have to go through. So I had to submit my paperwork probably 3 times.
Wow.
It kept getting denied because they needed a parking. They don't tell you everything you need up front.
Mm.
So you got to try to figure it out. It's like once you submit, it has to go through this entire process. Like go through the fire, go through everybody, the different zones. And then it's like, okay, I'm waiting on it, right? And they taking that time, and you on a time schedule because you got this venue got to be open. So it's like, okay, now it gets denied. Something simple as they need me to actually draw my parking lot. If you would have told me that at the beginning, I could have had it in the beginning.
Right.
However, so that was a little stressful for me, but I got through it because I was determined to open those doors on August 15th. So
She made it happen.
Yes.
All right. So first thing we're going to add is our peppers, onions, and celery. I'm going to give that a nice little quick saute. To that, we're going to add our garlic. It's about a teaspoon and a half of garlic.
I'm already all in.
It smells good, right? Just those two mixed together smells really good.
Next, we're going to add our sun-dried tomatoes. Got a nice little mix up there.
Goodness.
I love that smell. Next, I'm gonna add our spinach. You're gonna add about, I would say 2 cups of spinach. And if you have a little bit extra left over, plenty you can do with it. It's a delicious dip. You can eat it with some tortilla chips or however you like to enjoy your spinach.
It's like 2 cups of spinach. It's gonna end up being like a tablespoon.
Right.
You got several bags of spinach.
Right.
The way it shrinks down.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You just want to saute. You're really just looking to wilt it. You don't want to cook it all the way down. You want it to still have a nice little bite to it. Now we're going to add our either, if you're using spinach dip, you can use that, or once again, your cream cheese, about a tablespoon. Mix all of that in.
Right. It makes it all look very easy.
A little bit of lemon juice. And lastly, our Parmesan. About a tablespoon of Parmesan.
And this is enough filling for 2 salmon.
This is about, 2 to 3,
Yeah.
depending on how full you make them, how big you want them. And voila, you're done.
Nice.
Quick little couple seconds of whop, whop, whop. You're all ready to go. Which you do want to cool this off before you use it. So you can either just throw it in the freezer or the refrigerator, however you'd like to do it. You definitely want to cool that off. Luckily for us, I have some that is cool.
Magic. Voila.
Hey Monique, hey Portia, hey Cynthia. Thank y'all for joining.
Next, we will bring this back into view. All right. This here, we will spray it down. And we will take our salmon. Now you want to put it, oh, excuse me. Before we do that, we want to lay our spinach dip down on our puff pastry. Very evenly all over, about the same size as the piece of salmon that you're going to be putting on top.
I see you put it face down. Does that matter?
We put it face down, and I'll show you why in just one moment. Next, let's cut the puff pastry. Then we simply want to fold it over.
Cynthia said it looks great already.
Already, right?
So you want to wet your fingertips and just kind of go around your puff pastry. Kind of fold the ends under so that you know it's nice and sealed. Now, if you want to get fancy, there's plenty of designs you can make, and
You can braid the dough on top, and yeah,
so from there, you put the mixture down at the bottom first, because you're going to flip it over so that the seam, when you bake it, is down. So once again, just going to add our spinach mixture.
So Reggie's just joining us. He's asking, what are we cooking? We are cooking salmon and croute, which is basically a salmon Wellington, salmon in a crust.
Next, go ahead and add that on there. Cut our pastry once again. Fold over. Make sure the ends are clamped together tightly. Kind of making a salmon pocket.
That's what it looks like.
Yep.
Bam. And just flip it over, lay it down on the on your either cookie sheet or whatever you have that you can utilize. Next, you're going to make a couple of incisions right in the top. This will keep it from bubbling up and bubbling over. This two should be good. Next, you just want to put these, this is where your egg wash comes in. Just want to take your egg wash and coat all over your pastry. This is going to give it that nice brown color.
Reggie said, oh, okay, I thought we were at dessert.
There we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, with these, you just want to put these in the oven at 350 degrees for about 30 minutes. Good, quick look at that. All right. So, since we don't have 30 minutes, I have went ahead and done a couple up in the meantime. So, before I go ahead and plate these, would you like to give the people their trivia question for the day?
Oh, I need to come up with
They've been paying attention, I hope.
All right, let's see if y'all been paying attention out there. That's a good question. Oh. How many times did I have to resubmit my paperwork to Cobb County, City of Marietta?
That's a good one.
Does anybody know?
and let them know what they have the opportunity to win.
If you get this answer correct, you get a $200 voucher off of the venue for renting the venue. So $200 off the venue rental. So if you know the answer, let's see who know the answer. Were you listening?
Oh, they're on it. They're on it. I gotta go check timestamps because they've been listening. They have been listening.
Y'all listening?
Y'all know we broadcast this over 3 or 4 platforms, so I gotta go check timestamps and see who came up with it first. But yeah, y'all are right on the money today.
So we'll be looking at everything. We won't be able to announce the winner today because there's too many platforms that we have to go through just to make sure that we select the right winner that posted at the right time.
Yes. Good job, everybody.
Also, in order to win, once we announce that you are the winner, you have to post on your page, I won the Divine Sipping Cook contest, and then tag myself, Ms. Wanda Miller, and let them know once again where they can find
Yep.
you.
Elegant Affairs CEC at Elegant Affairs CEC Conference Event Center, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok.
All right, so let's get into this plate. So, this is one of those elegant dishes you can pretty much serve with anything. You can serve it almost by itself with a salad, rice, mashed potatoes. Today, we're going to serve it with some green beans.
Yummy.
It smells good. Your green beans are always good, though. Let me tell y'all, his green beans are always good. Macaroni, everything that he makes is always on point. So, always.
All right.
That looks like a hot pot.
Voila.
That's good.
As you can see, that crust is nice and flaky.
Yes.
Flake is has stayed inside, so all of it is marinated together. All of the juices, all of the salmon, the essence of salmon is in there. I mean, this is what it's all about, and it doesn't take no more than 40 minutes to prepare total from start to finish. Always something that I think is a great meal that can really give the night an exciting night.
And healthy, too.
And healthy.
Yeah, absolutely.
At this time, I'd like to introduce Miss Wanda Miller. She's going to be tasting as well. She helps make the show possible.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for watching.
There we go. Now,
Girl.
Where will we start?
Let's just
Let's
let her give us a little nice.
here we go.
Thank you.
All right, well,
Let's just go at it together. You get your piece of it. There you go. You gotta go back in there and steal a little piece. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh, okay. This little part right here.
Mmm. That is
the verdict, ladies.
That's Hot Pockets for adults.
That's really good.
That is really good.
Really good flavor. All that mixed together. It's really good. Like, it's just savory.
It is. Yeah, I can kill one of those by myself.
This is definitely adult Hot Pocket. Which one?
That's so good. All right, Chef, I gotta get one more bite and then I'm gonna let you in. That's good.
Dry.
That's awesome. That salmon is perfect in there
Give
too.
that a nice little taste.
You know I'm a salmon snob. That salmon is perfect inside.
Those tomatoes.
Got all of that salmon, the sun-dried tomatoes, spinach, the cheese, all in one
And
tasty
sun-dried
bite.
tomatoes. That is a good one.
That's
I need
awesome.
some of these green beans, y'all. So.
It's just great.
That's good.
That is an explosion of flavor.
It was.
It really is good.
Every bite is just like, pow, you down. your creaminess. You got the little bit of crust, a little bit of tartness and sweetness from the sun-dried tomatoes. Everything is just blended together perfectly. You can do this in many different ways. And croute just really means the wrapped in pastry. You can do a crab stuffing on top. You can do mushrooms. You can do veggies. You can do rice. Whatever you like, you can put as a topping on this and bake it and make it your own.
Bree said it's still steaming like a Hot Pocket too.
So once again, we appreciate you tuning in. Please be on the lookout. We have some amazing things coming along with Divine Visions Catering. We do have a food truck that is going to be coming soon, so be on the lookout for that. If you would like to be a sponsor for next month's show, please get in contact with Miss Wanda Miller or myself. Please want to be a sponsor. And helps to make the show possible and cut some of the costs in production and all those things. Also, be on the lookout for our holiday menu that will be going up pretty soon. So if you're looking to make your holidays a little bit simpler this year, don't want to do all the cooking, be on the lookout for those menus that will be on our website so that you can just put in your order and make your life a little simpler. Other than that, we appreciate you tuning in as always. Y'all have a great night, and thank you for sipping and cooking with me.
Good night, everybody.
All right.
Awesome. That was good. I enjoyed that.
I think that's the loudest the door has ever creaked in all my life of wandering here.
That's salmon. Listen, that's salmon.
Dion, this is my friend Brittany, one of my
Hi,
best besties of all time.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi.
I was like, I couldn't say anything. I was trying to be real quiet. And I watched it on now.